First of all, I want to commend everyone for doing a great job today. I know how heartbreaking, sorry, not heartbreaking, but how tough and difficult it can be to do these kinds of presentations. For those of you who have been residents at Delphina, Bijan being one, we really put our artists through the ringer in terms of presenting over our family lunches. And you don't get 5 minutes, you might get 2 or 3 minutes. So it's a bit tougher. But understanding what ACT kind of has been set up to do, and seeing the presentations today made me have a kind of moment of kind of like pride too, having followed the journey from kind of the background, and also of course being one of your lecturers. But also the fact that each of these presentations had an action at the end, or we're asking you for this, was very important. It's something I think that a lot of artists fail to do. And actually a lot of presenters genuinely fail to do, even if you're moderating a talk at kind of Art Basel or speaking kind of in a more informal context, is thinking about the purpose of that presentation and what you can gain out of it. And so thank you, each of you, because then you set all of us as a listener into the mode of thinking, well, how can I kind of support, help, or find a place to plug in some of this work?
It is nerve-wracking having to condense like 15, 10, 20 years of practice into 5 minutes. But you know, a lot of the time, what we do for us that work in cultural organizations, we need to present, whether it's to funders, whether it's to the public, whether it is to whatever, you know, like juice everything down into some sort of buzzwords, or we're already crowded with millions of things happening here and there. And it's extremely helpful to be able to have an understanding of what the overall practice is, and then an example of it, because it just captures and makes you feel like, oh, okay, I'm interested in that because I've got that show coming up, or there's a residency about that, or we're working on this theme, or next year curatorially we're thinking around that. So even though it may feel like, I can't believe that I've just summarized 20 years of practice with the word X or whatever it is, just think about it as just the entry point to your practice, because then eventually, you know, once you have a general sense of what the work is, and we find the hook because it's interesting for this or that, then we can have months of conversations. But it's like those first 5 minutes are just so important, and those that were in my group, I think, did it fantastically well. Well done. So not a question, just like yeah, loved it.